Picture this. You have been doomed to roll a massive boulder up a mountain, but right before you reach the pike after this extremely tiresome endeavor, this heavy rock rolls back down again right in front of your eyes. Therefore, you have to start over and over again for eternity. Quite an absurd and meaningless task, right? But what if I told you that this seemingly pointless task may actually be a gift, providing a sense of purpose in our meaningless existence? What if the meaning of life is to find meaning in the absurd? In today's video, we will talk about the ancient myth of Sisyphus, which has captured audiences for centuries. We will point out how this influential story will actually change your life forever by answering the age-old question of what the true meaning of our lives is. But before that, let's first understand the whole story behind this ancient tale. In Greek mythology, Sisyphus was the king of Corinth, known for his cunning and trickery. His most audacious act involved tricking and imprisoning Thanatos, the god of death, disrupting the natural order of the world and causing chaos among both mortals and gods. Zeus, the supreme ruler of the gods, was enraged by Sisyphus's actions and devised a harsh punishment to serve as a constant reminder of disrespecting the divine. Zeus condemned Sisyphus to an eternity of futile labor in the underworld. His punishment involved forever rolling a massive boulder up a steep and treacherous hill, an arduous task that required immense strength and perseverance. Yet, as he neared the summit, the boulder would inevitably roll back down, forcing him to start over and over again for eternity. Poor Sisyphus, right? He is doomed to this pointless struggle, without an end in sight. This seemingly futile task has captured the imagination of countless thinkers and artists, prompting profound reflections on the nature of life itself. Albert Camus, a renowned philosopher and writer, famously said, "One must imagine Sisyphus happy." But how could Sisyphus possibly be happy? Isn't rolling a boulder up a mountain undoubtedly a completely futile and debilitating effort? According to Camus, life is inherently absurd. He acknowledges that the human desire for meaning often clashes with the inherent chaos and lack of inherent purpose in the world. The human race has always felt unique, chosen by a higher power with a clear purpose in our universe. It doesn't matter which culture or religion we look at, mankind has always seen itself as an exclusive creation, existing for a valid reason. But what if our very existence is just completely random and meaningless? We naturally seek a purpose in our lives, even if there is no clear evidence for it. What truly separates us from any other animal and makes us so unique and special? This conflict between the absurdity of the universe and the human search for meaning can inherently be frustrating and painful. The myth of Sisyphus becomes a central metaphor for this absurdity. Many thinkers interpret it as an existentialist parable about the meaning of life and the inevitability of suffering. Sisyphus, condemned to eternally roll a boulder up a hill only to see it roll back down, represents the futility of our human efforts and the repetitive, seemingly purposeless attempt to find a reason why we are here. However, Camus takes a unique perspective on Sisyphus's plight. Instead of portraying him as a tragic figure, Camus sees Sisyphus as an absurd hero. In the face of the absurdity of his task, Sisyphus's choice to continue the struggle becomes an act of defiance and rebellion against the meaninglessness imposed by the gods. Camus famously concludes that one must imagine Sisyphus happy. Despite the apparent pointlessness of his labor, Sisyphus finds meaning and purpose in the very act of pushing the boulder uphill. According to Camus, each one of us is rolling his own boulder up a mountain, only to have it roll down again at some point. If the universe is random and our mere existence is absurd and pointless, why do we even wake up every day? What is the point of living a meaningless life and then being forgotten for all eternity? At first, the idea of absurdism may seem quite depressing and sad. However, the exact opposite is true. Instead of taking a pessimistic or nihilistic approach, Camus encourages us to break free from any external beliefs and find our own meaning in this absurd universe. Since there may be no inherent meaning to life, each individual has the freedom to create their own meaning. If you have children, your purpose may be to raise them conscientiously, turning them into righteous and good adults. Let's take another example by saying you want to become a teacher. Instead of seeing your lectures as futile and meaningless in this absurd world, you can create your own meaning by dutifully spreading and sharing wisdom with the young. Just as Sisyphus did, we have to find fulfillment and a sense of purpose in the complete absurdity we call our lives. The key is to live authentically, meaning living in accordance with one's own values and beliefs, even if they are not aligned with what society or the universe deems meaningful. Life is not just about reaching the summit, it's about the journey itself. Sisyphus's repetitive task symbolizes the importance of embracing the process rather than fixating solely on the end result. We too can draw inspiration from his perseverance and unwavering resilience in the face of a hopeless task. Life presents us with countless obstacles and setbacks, but it is within our control to bounce back and keep pushing forward, which ultimately defines our character. Camus's interpretation of Sisyphus invites us to embrace the absurdity of our existence. The struggle itself towards the heights is enough to fill a man's heart. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. Since this is quite a controversial and often misunderstood concept, I would be really interested in hearing your thoughts on this story. Let me know in the comments below. And if you comply with today's lessons, I would really appreciate a like and a free subscription to this channel. And until next time, stay mindful and keep improving your mind.